Hey everyone, this is Red Power Gaming and welcome back to the next video. Today I'm gonna show you all my full iOS device collection that I have. Entirely. I'm skipping the ones that I almost never use. So, firstly, the main device that I use, well, I have a lot. Starting off, I'm going to show you the latest one that I have, which is the iPad Air 1. It's the white iPad Air 1 that I have. So let me cover up. This is why I'm using the paper. So, we are running iOS 9.3.4 on this thing. I got this like a month ago. The good news is that it can OTA update. Had this for a month. It's pretty good. Anyways, next device is, well, show you this one. Showing you this one yet. It's the iPad Mini 2 that I owned. Let me show you the iOS version. We are running iOS 10.3.3 on this thing. And barely use this device. I have a lot of these. I have a lot old. And also, this was the device I used to create the 64-bit IPAs of Angry Birds. I used this, yes. Anyways, let me show you the next device. This is the iPhone 7 Plus that I own. On iOS 14.8.1. Right here. It's a good thing I have automatic updates turned off, because I'm not fond of iOS 15. I really got to save Blob soon because I plan on doing a battery replacement for that phone and fixing up the camera so I have better quality. Anyways, I'm about to show you the next device. This I've owned for a while now, so the first device I purchased recently. We are running iOS 3.2.2 on this is my first generation iPad. As you can tell, and what else do we have here? We also have this is the iPod Touch 4th generation. Show you. We're running iOS 4.3.2 on it right now. I don't really use this device that much. whenever when the game center isn't really working, even though I'm technically signed in. Well, there you have it. Anyways, let me show you my other iPod Touch 4th generation I found recently that was lost. This one isn't really special enough. I installed like very little games on it. We're running iOS 6.1.6. Very boring device. The only option is to tear downgrade, and the reason why I went back to 6.1.6 was because I wasn't really fond of the tether downgrade. Rooting it up was wasn't my thing. Anyways, I'm gonna show you the next device that I own is the best one. Here it is. It's my iPad Air 2, the only iPad Air 2 that I own. The only iPad Air 2 that I own. As you can see, we're running iOS 9.3.2. And you know that before, so you could, in my videos, really special device. I'll show you the next device that's also as rare as that one. This is my iPad 7th generation that I almost never use. Showing the iOS version real quick. iOS 13.5.1 is what we're running. Yes, I updated it a few times. I think this iPad shipped with iOS 13.3. Yeah, I updated it a few times. But I stopped at 13.5.1. Anyways, let me show you the next device that I own. It's basically the only device I have that runs on iOS 13. Here's my next one. Let me show you the iOS version real quick. We're running iOS 15.6.1 on this device. And I'm staying on this iOS. I'm not fond of the newer iOS, it's just not my style, you know what I mean? Let me show you the next device I own. It's the iPad Air 1. On iOS 10.3.3, which I started almost never using. I still have Angry Birds HD 5.0.0 installed on it from the previous video that I used with this thing. Let me show you the next device that I own. This is the iPad 2 I used. The first ever iPad I used to do most of my old versions. Let me show you the iOS version on this particular device real quick. We are running iOS 8.4.1. And the reason why it's not on iOS 6.1.3, like my other 64GB iPad 2, is because This is the iPad 2 mid-2012 version. It's the EMC2560, meaning this is the iPad 2/4, which just can't really downgrade. You know what I mean? So that's why I haven't really. That's why it's not running. But the good news is that I have an untethered jailbreak. Not the best thing, but anyways, let me show you the next device. Here's my iPad 2 running iOS 6.1.3. I showed you this before. Next device is the iPhone 4S on iOS 5, untethered downgraded. I got this back in September of this year. Let me show you the iOS version that I'm running. We're running iOS 5.1 on this device. Don't really have any. The last but not least, this I almost never use. Alright. We're running iOS 6.1.3 on here. And I really got to replace the case. It's very filthy. Like, you can't even close this. So filthy. I plan on replacing this case soon. You can't even close this. You can't even align the case properly anymore. I really don't like it. Well, guys, the last but not least device I forgot to show you. Let me switch to a different device so I can show you. Last but not least, I have my iPhone 6 on iOS 10.2.1. I don't really have that many games besides just these. I sometimes use this for gameplays, but very little. Well, that is all I have for that's all I have in my iOS device collection. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Take care.